TC Energy is offering 20 Indigenous communities a stake in the Coastal GasLink project, and so far 16 have signed on. For more on that, let's go to Tyler Orton from Business in Vancouver. Morning, Tyler. This is a pretty big deal given the turmoil around this project.
Absolutely. The timing is quite critical here, and it comes as we can expect global demand for natural gas to ratchet up as Europe tries to cut its ties with Russia however it can. The problem here is that the project, it's only a little bit more than 50% complete, which means that potential customers are going to have to wait years until they can access this gas, would be coming out of the $18 billion LNG Canada project being built in Kitimat. Of course, this will run through about 190 kilometers of traditional territory. So look, there will still be revenue generation going on within these communities, but they have been trying to develop this and get a stake in it for going back since 2018, 2019. The difference is, though, is their stake is going to be smaller this go round versus the other efforts that have been made going back a few years when it could have been a much larger stake. So but wait and see what happens here. But it's going to be a huge revenue generator, just as demand globally goes up in the coming years.
No doubt. It's a very intriguing story as we follow along. From deals to no deals, I guess, more big companies are pulling out of Russia. And Tyler, the list just keeps on growing. We're talking pretty big companies here.
Yeah, at this point, we have McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and they're now joining Starbucks with this growing list of companies. The reason these ones are significant is kind of twofold. They're big consumer-facing brands that are very well known in Russia, been around since the fall of the Soviet Union in some cases. The other part of it is that we're seeing a lot of jobs being lost, but McDonald's is saying that, look, we'll keep paying their employees in Russia, about 60,000 of them, as this continues forward. So it just, the person on the street, they're going to start noticing these sorts of companies, disappearing for the time being. So they're putting even more pressure on the regime. I just don't know if this is going to be what turns Putin around on what's going on in Ukraine.
How many Western companies are staying, Tyler?
Well, that's just it. These were three of the biggest holdouts that are going on. A lot of companies are still staying back and observing things. With these companies jumping on board, I would suspect that we're going to see a lot more just kind of flood through the gates moving forward.
Yeah, a bit of a domino effect there. Okay, thank you, Tyler. That's Tyler Orton from Business in Vancouver.